Hi, and welcome to Univar Solutions Water Treatment Group's presentation. My name is Jose Gonzalez, and I'm an application development specialist for the Univar Solutions Water Treatment Group. I've got 38 years of experience in water and wastewater treatment, and I've been with Univar Solutions now approximately 5 years. So today we're going to discuss with you how our water-focused group can bring a complete solution to our customers, and we do this by offering a lot more than just chemistry. So we've got a very unique offering in this industry, and this presentation is going to outline all the capabilities that we can offer to our end users, to our suppliers, and to our technology partners. So last year during Innovation Day, we discussed the organization of our team and some of our intrinsic capabilities that really make us unique in this industry. We outlined several case histories that highlighted those capabilities. This year, we're going to do something a little bit different, and we're going to move a step further and show you how we are able to partner both internally and externally to bring a particular customer a very unique offering. So as with everything Univar Solutions, injuries play a part in safety, and safety is number one. And with the weather getting a little warmer out, we stand the chance to be outside more, and the potential for injuring ourselves does exist. And while we all believe it's true that all accidents can be prevented, there's always going to be that circumstance where we manage to injure ourselves. So for many minor injuries, self-care is a very viable option, and part of that self-care can be something as simple as the use of ibuprofen to reduce inflammation. So one thing I do want to bring forth initially is that we should always defer to our medical professionals for the most accurate and complete instructions on how to take any medication. But ibuprofen, unlike acetaminophen, which is what's in Tylenol, works on both the body and the brain. So Tylenol can provide pain relief, but things like Advil, which contain ibuprofen, can provide that pain relief, but also can provide some anti-inflammatory capabilities that can help reduce the inflammation and swelling from an injury. So the key to this property, though, is prolonged use of the medication. So this action typically takes some more time and requires the medication to be used for a longer period of time than one that's merely for pain relief. So always follow your doctors and the package instructions when using any medication, but just be aware that any medication with anti-inflammatory properties, such as Advil, which contains ibuprofen, may require some extended use for it to function. So at this time, I want to turn this presentation over to John Fulcher. John is the head of the director of our product marketing for the Water Treatment Group. John?
Great, thanks, Jose. Yeah, the purpose of today's presentation is to illustrate the unique nature of our water treatment group and to outline how deeply we can interact with our customers to provide them with much more than just chemistry. We will carry this out by providing you with a particular example where this group has not only provided basic chemistry to the customer, but we also have set up a relationship to market the customer's co-product and have brought in one of our advanced water treatment partners to offer a solution to an operational upgrade at the customer's plant. So today we would like for you to take away a much better understanding of the unique capabilities of our water treatment group and how we can help our customers with much more than just chemistry supply. This knowledge may provide a solution for you or one of your customers that you may not have been aware of in the past. So take it away, Jose.
Hey, thanks, John. I appreciate that summary. So we're going to start out with the basics today. And this is really a story about partnering on a lot of different levels. So our water treatment group, we routinely partner with several of our internal businesses, and we do this to provide our customers the best solutions. Their chemistry and service options fit very well with our end-use market, and they make great partners for us in serving our customer base in the water industry. So in serving the water and wastewater treatment needs of both the municipal and industrial customers, the Water Treatment Group routinely works with our bulk chemical distribution business. So whether that's for a municipal bid or part of a package of chemical offerings for an industrial water treater that we're putting together, we routinely sell and develop the need for the bulk chemical distribution group's products. And these are staple products that are used in water and wastewater treatment, and we're talking about products such as sodium hydroxide. So in addition to the bulk chemical distribution group, we also partner very closely with our mini bulk division internally. And we do this to help our water treatment group customers benefit from this very user-friendly model of chemical storage. In both the municipal and industrial water treatment segments, the mini bulk storage offerings and chemistries like sodium hypochlorite, sodium hydroxide, alum, and even hydrofluorosilicic acid, they really go hand in hand with the solution that the water team routinely provides. So while we work with our customers in supplying them the best chemistry for their processes, there's also times where we can also take the chemistry that they produce, either as products or co-products of their operations, and we market them directly. Our footprint, our technical team spread, and especially our established municipal bid group allows us to market their offerings in a way that they typically themselves cannot do easily. And finally, today, we're going to outline how we're truly providing a complete solution to our customers, and it's way more than just chemistry. We're going to do this by partnering yet again with another resource at our disposal. And we're going to start with the basics and show you how this all comes together in this example that we have for you in Nutrien. So in this presentation, we're going to outline the close relationship of our water treatment group with our customer/supplier Nutrien. So it's as well as the role that our industry advanced water treatment partners can play in our portfolio of offerings. You're going to gain an understanding of how the water treatment group has capabilities that go well beyond chemical supply for our customers. You're also going to see how we partner with our internal businesses to help provide solutions. So really, our philosophy in the water treatment group is that we're a supplier of solutions, not just chemistry. We pride ourselves in having an internal technical team that's capable of troubleshooting many treatment issues, as well as determining the best chemistry for a particular application. Our internal capabilities are augmented by our strong relationships with our supply partners and their technical teams as well, and also with the close ties that we have with our advanced water treatment or AWT partners. So really starting with the basics at Nutrien is we supply high quality chemistry to Nutrien on a routine and consistent basis, and they use that chemistry in the production of their products. So this is really a basic distributor function, but we take this well beyond this, and we'll go into the detail of that here shortly. But as a full-line chemical distributor, we're able to leverage our footprint and our purchasing power, and we're able to supply them with some of their basic chemical needs in a very safe and very reliable manner. And because we have such a robust supply chain, we're able to offer this chemistry in a very safe and consistent way, and we're able to assure them they're getting it with the shortest possible supply chain. So our very large and modern transportation fleet assures that we can get them the chemistry they need at the right time and without incident. Our drivers and our equipment are a very big source of pride and of safety for Univar Solutions. The water treatment group uses them routinely for the supply of chemistry to customers like Nutrien. So while we supply Nutrien with several chemicals that are essential in their day-to-day operations that we outlined in the previous slides, our relationship with them goes much, much deeper. And this is where the water treatment group becomes much more than a chemical supplier to our partner. We become a supplier of solutions to them. So the Univar Solutions Water Treatment Group has been in a partnership for the marketing of hydrofluorosilicic acid, or HFS, with Nutrien since 2018. In 2023, we moved the relationship to being an exclusive HFS distributor for Nutrien. This partnership affords Univar Solutions approximately 30,000 tons of HFS annually to take to market. So in 2022, the Univar Solutions Water Treatment Group shipped close to 30,000 tons of HFS, and we're expected to ship the same, if not more, in 2023. The majority of the business is shipped via railcar, and we use local third-party or private fleet for the final leg of delivery, and that's going to depend on where the railcar is shipped. Currently, we ship bulk HFS out of 11 Univar Solutions branches in the US, and we ship HFS to 2 Univar Solutions branches or third-party terminals in Canada as well. Some of the material is sold in package, but really the majority of this business we sell in bulk, and we sell it to the potable water industry. So the Univar Solutions Water Treatment Group has become one of the premier suppliers of water fluoridation chemistry in this country due to this relationship. Our well-developed capabilities in bid management for the potable water market really allow us to seek and place the HFS throughout the country. So in addition to this, our countrywide team of water-focused specialists allow us to develop new business and convert new plants from competing dry technologies. We can also technically support the end users in terms of safe and proper use of the product. So this is truly a full service offering that we give to Nutrien for the placement of their product. So more recently, to add another dimension to our relationship, we recently provided Nutrien with consulting services through our AWT partner Iconics, and this was for assistance on a project to expand their RO system throughput. While Univar Solutions Water Group typically doesn't directly provide this sort of specialized equipment or technical capabilities, our AWT partners are well equipped to do just that. And by partnering with them on projects like this, we're able to add an additional depth to our relationship with Nutrien. This multi-level relationship is on projects like this, I'm going to start that part over. This multi-level relationship is of great value to the customer and to Univar Solutions. And this is truly what we mean by redefining distribution. So let's talk a little bit about the importance of fluoride and the product HFS in the potable water treatment market. So since 1945, fluoride has been added to water systems across the United States. And while this isn't an EPA mandated practice, in studies that have been conducted by the American Dental Association and others, it's been shown that adding fluoride to the drinking water shows benefit for the oral health of the general population. So therefore, the vast majority of potable water plants in the United States fluoridate their water. So in the early stages of this practice, a dry powder, sodium fluoride, was used. After a short time, there was another dry powder that was added to the list of fluoridation chemicals, and that was sodium silica fluoride. The thing that these two have in common is that they are bagged dry chemicals, and they typically require operator labor to introduce them to the process. So while they're toxic in their concentrated form, special protective equipment has to be worn by the operators feeding this chemistry into the process. And if you've ever been to a saturator unit that feeds this chemical and you've seen the process in operation, you're able to see that it's labor intensive and it definitely has some inherent exposure risk that's associated with it. One other thing that these chemicals have in common is that neither of them are made in the US anymore, but they tend to come mostly from China. And what that means, as we've seen over the last couple of years, is that supply chains are very long, and it many times is inconsistent because of that. So as with most dry chemistries that are used in the treatment of water, liquid alternatives have been replacing the dry products. Because of the ease of feed of a liquid product compared to a dry, there are both safety factors and labor factors that the liquid products can provide. So Nutrien's product, hydrofluorosilicic acid, or HFS, is a liquid. So it's much easier and much safer to introduce into the potable water process. As a liquid that's stored in a tank and it's fed by a metering pump, it requires very little or no operator exposure on a day-to-day basis. It's therefore a much safer chemistry to use than the two dry alternatives. Also, being a liquid, it can be metered in, and it does not require the daily labor time that a dry product requires to feed. The water industry, like many others, is experiencing a significant labor challenge, and products like this help with their labor requirements. Another advantage to this chemistry is its domestic manufacture. Because of this, HFS has a much shorter and reliable supply chain compared to the two dry products for this application. Univar Solutions' agreement with Nutrien positions us very nicely with a domestically sourced product that has a much more reliable supply chain and is much safer to use than the competing chemistries. This shortened supply chain and onshore manufacturing also make this fluoride source a much greener and sustainable source for water fluoridation. So stepping beyond the supplier and marketing relationships that we enjoy with Nutrien, we've recently started working with them on the supply of technical support for an improvement project they're carrying out on one of their membrane systems. Nutrien uses reverse osmosis type membranes to treat the incoming water, and they do this so that it meets the needs of their various production processes. So reverse osmosis systems, they typically require a particular pretreatment system, and that could be based on the quality of the source water. And that can consist of chemistry or a combination of chemistry and equipment in order to maintain the best membrane life and performance. So while Univar Solutions Water Treatment Group can provide some of this pretreatment chemistry, we typically do not get involved in the supply or specification of the equipment itself. So Nutrien is looking at expanding the amount of water that they could treat with this process. And while we're not typically capable of providing the equipment that they need to do this, as we previously mentioned, and because this particular solution is more equipment oriented than chemistry oriented, we managed to gather the assistance of one of our advanced water treatment partners, Iconics Chemicals, and they're bringing forth their expertise and their capabilities to suggest and possibly provide options for Nutrien. So at this time, I'd like to take a minute and introduce Antonio Baker. Antonio is one of our applications development specialists, and he's going to discuss with you the value of the relationship between AWT companies and the Univar Solutions Water Treatment Group. Antonio?
AWTs can be both suppliers and customers to Univar Solutions. They formulate highly specialized chemicals that go into unique water treatment applications, and at times, our focused water team help market those chemistries. AWT companies also buy our products using their specialized formulations. AWTs are more focused on specialty chemicals and newer technologies. Their business model can also include advanced equipment supply, newer testing strategies, and also include a very high level of on-site service for their customers. Univar Solutions Water Group has seen many advantages when partnering with an AWT as a way to expand our offering to you, our customers.
So thanks, Antonio. And following Antonio, to discuss the capabilities of Iconics, here's their CEO, Laura Sanders, and she's also going to discuss their role in the Nutrien project and also how an AWT company has a mutually beneficial relationship with the water treatment group at Univar Solutions. Laura?
Thanks for the introduction, Jose. As he mentioned, I'm the CEO of Iconics Chemicals, and I've been working in the water treatment and specialty chemicals industry for about 15 years. Iconics Chemicals was formed in 2020, and we've been a strong participant of the Association of Water Technologies organization since our beginning. The AWT represents over 500 companies that specialize in water treatment solutions for industrial and commercial cooling and heating systems. AWT consists of water treatment service companies as well as chemical equipment and software suppliers. And they really encourage collaboration and teamwork within their organization, and they provide educational resources for their members. Iconics Chemicals is a complete source for industrial water treatment products. We specialize in providing a comprehensive portfolio of high-quality specialty chemicals for water treatment service companies and toll blenders. Additionally, we offer on-site technical support, water and solids lab analysis, as well as formulary support. In addition to our chemistries, Iconics can provide equipment and expertise in the field of filtration and membrane separations technologies. Because of this capability, we've partnered with Univar Solutions to help one of their customers, Nutrien, who specializes in agriculture solutions. There was a need to upgrade Nutrien's RO filtration flow capability, and Iconics showed them how to achieve that with their existing filtration design without increasing filtration size. Our experts evaluated the situation at Nutrien, and we provided options for Nutrien to meet their future expansion needs as well. While this is something that Univar does not typically do, our partnership with Univar allows us to bring this added benefit to their customer. Univar Solutions and Iconics Chemicals have a strong symbiotic relationship in that we buy chemistry from Univar for our custom blends and for our customers, and we also provide specialty chemical products and equipment to fill needs for Univar's water treatment group customers. While our business models may be different, when combined in opportunities such as the Nutrien example, we're able to offer Univar additional capabilities and options for their customers. Thank you for including me and for supporting Iconics Chemicals in this presentation. I appreciate the opportunity to outline our close team relationship with Univar in this forum. Back to you, Jose.
All right, Laura, thank you very much for that summary of your capabilities there at Iconics. We appreciate your help that you're providing us at the Nutrien Project. So at this time, I'm going to take the time to reintroduce John Fulcher, and he's going to wrap this one up for us. John?
Very good. Thanks, Jose. So hopefully today's presentation has given you a glimpse of how Univar Solutions Water Treatment Group is able to provide our customers with complete solutions. As part of the Univar team, we are able to leverage our distribution business model to supply the vast majority of the chemistry required to treat water and wastewater. By taking advantage of our scale and our nationwide facilities, we are able to quickly and completely meet our customers' chemistry needs. We currently have a group of 17 focused water sellers across the US with the technical capabilities and the equipment needed to do quick and accurate chemical evaluations right on our customer site. Beyond that, we have a group of highly technical application development specialists that allow our water treatment group's customers access to highly trained and experienced water specialists to help solve their more difficult water treatment challenges. In addition to these valuable internal capabilities, we are capable of partnering with customers such as Nutrien to help them with the sales and marketing of their products and their co-products. Doing so has given us an excellent position in the fluoride market here in the US. And it's also given us access to a much more freight, logical, and safe product for the fluoridation of drinking water in the US. Finally, our relationship with AWTs, such as Iconics, further expand our offering and capabilities to include more specialized chemistry, more equipment-oriented solutions, and a higher level of on-site service for customers that require those items. All of this capability is available to our internal vertical industry teams to help them meet all of their customers' water and wastewater needs as well. By bringing all of these capabilities together, the Univar Solutions Water Treatment Group is able to provide much more than just chemistry to our customers. We provide solutions to meet their needs on many levels, making this group one of the most innovative of its kind in the US. We continue to find new partners in the industry to expand our offering and to make ourselves even more valuable to our customers. So again, thanks for your time today. And I'll turn it back to Jose for any other closing remarks.
Great. Thank you, John. Appreciate that summary. And to our audience, we definitely appreciate your attention and participation here. Hopefully you learned something about our water group and our capabilities to help your customers. And we're very happy to entertain any possibilities. Just reach out to one of the focused water sellers or one of the product managers or advanced or application development specialists, and we'll be happy to help you with your water treatment needs. Thank you very much.
All right, now for the Q&A session. So Jose, first question. Can the Univar Solutions water team make joint calls with other Univar Solutions business units to investigate potential water treatment opportunities?
John, absolutely. I mean, this is something we definitely are very interested in doing. We encourage this greatly. We would love to see joint calls with folks like the LCD teams or some of the focus industry groups. And we'd like to see this because we think that there are possibilities to help some of their customers with some of the water treatment solutions that they need. You know, I think we do a great job of servicing the front end of these businesses, and we have great products and services there. But I do think that there's a possibility for kind of selling a little deeper and a little wider by bringing in either one of the water focus team or one of the ADSs. And we can certainly go into those customers and we can help the sellers determine whether there's an opportunity for water treatment products, or maybe help some of those customers with some of the water treatment issues they may be having. We've got an example going on right now in Georgia where we're working with an LCD seller. In this particular business, it's not a chemistry type solution. It's an equipment solution, but we're able to make recommendations and bring in somebody who can provide them the equipment that they need to treat the water the way they're looking at doing. So yes, to answer your question, absolutely, this would be a great use of time by both the focus industry teams, the LCD teams, and also the water treatment team.
Great. So when I think of other Univar solution business units, one that comes to mind is like the food group. Can you think of other groups within Univar that are probably big water users?
You know, food is definitely a big one. Mining is, oil and gas. I mean, there are very few industries that don't have a more or less significant water use. So it's definitely across the board, and some certainly are greater than others. But I would have to say that the majority of folks that are making products are using water in some form or fashion, and they have to treat it either on the incoming side or on the exit side in some form or fashion.
That's right. In the way we're designed, we're internally positioned to operate across all these business units to help not only them, but their customers. And I'm sure, Jose, you've participated in a lot of these different industries over your time here at Univar.
Yep. No, we're positioned very well to do that. You know, if you look at our focused water sellers, they're spread throughout the country. Our ADSs have, you know, geographies that cover the entire country. So we've got the capability to help you pretty much anywhere.
Yep. And Jose, we're, you know, between the conferences we go to and meeting with people in the industry, we're always open and find new potential water treatment products. You know, what is really the best way for someone with a new water treatment product to get it into our network?
Oh, I mean, that's a good question, because that is something that we kind of pride ourselves in having a big portfolio, so that there's very few magic bullets, you know, in the water treatment industry. So there's not really a one size fits all product. But honestly, for a quick response, I would tend to reach out to your local focused water seller. And while that may not be the end person that would be able to make that happen, they certainly are going to be a good conduit to address the situation and to get the situation into the right hands so that it could be looked at. There's a lot of different steps that come into bringing a new product online. You know, we work with product management people for our products, so they need to be involved. Depending on the type of product that it is, if it's something that's going to require either repackaging or some formulation or blending, we need to involve the operations team as well. But I would say start out with your local water seller and have them kind of guide you through the process. But certainly the interest is there on this part of the water group for finding new technologies to meet our customers' needs.
Exactly. And I think what's interesting too is when we bring new products to the field, there's usually a period where we get those products in the hands of our ADSs, and they get to try them out in different applications to find where they're going to fit best and direct the team. And I'm sure you've seen a few of those come your way, or you probably have a few of these in your test kit right now, right?
Oh, absolutely. No, it's you'd be surprised. Well, you wouldn't be surprised, you know. We work very closely with a lot of the manufacturers, and we serve kind of as a test system for them, because a lot of times we will have, depending on the size of the company, maybe a larger technical service or application development group than the manufacturer does. And by doing that, we can provide a service to them, but it also positions us well with a product if it happens to be something that's of value. So yes, we as ADSs and even the water sellers as well will work directly on testing these new products out in applications.
Great. Move on to the next question here. So if somebody has a water treatment need or even an operational problem with their wastewater system or their water system, who's the best person for them to reach out to?
Well, I would have to say that for quick response, once again, you probably want to go to the focused water seller. Many times they're able to address the situation themselves, and their location, their geography allows them to kind of do this in an expedited manner. You know, they're equipped with a full array of test equipment to do testing on site. And a lot of times the answers, depending on how complicated they are, can be solved by the local focused water seller. Now, if we come across a situation where maybe there's a little bit more involved, something more technical or something that's a little bit more out in left field, we can bring in an application development specialist. And like I mentioned earlier, there's 4 of us across the country. We each cover different geographies, but we can certainly take that next step to help evaluate a problem and develop a solution for it. From there, we can actually pool other additional resources, whether it's from a manufacturer or, like in the case of Nutrien, from an AWT. And one way or another, we will find a solution to a water treatment problem. But I would say definitely from the starting point, start with your local focused water seller and go from there.
Great. And Jose, you mentioned during your presentation on-site evaluations. So could you tell us a little bit more about that? What capabilities that brings?
Sure. And actually, I'm a big believer in this technology, especially when it comes to the industry that we work in. You know, wastewater is kind of a living, breathing thing. So when you try to ship that across the country, say to a centralized lab or something like that, it can change in nature. And therefore, whatever solution you may find in that lab may not actually work in real life. So this on-site capabilities that we have is great. We've got the equipment and the tools to be able to do a tremendous amount of on-site development. Our focused water sellers, they're trained in this. They're equipped with pretty much everything they need to do for either coagulation or flocculation testing on water or solid streams. They carry a full set of potential chemistries, including all the major inorganic coagulants and a full range of polymer products, which are a great deal of the chemistry that is used in these solutions. So anything outside our analytical capabilities that we may not be able to do on site, we can send that to one of our many analytical partners in the country for evaluation. But the importance here, what we really want to stress is, hey, we can do this on site. We can do it quickly. Many times it's a very straightforward fix. If it isn't, then we can bring in an ADS, we can bring in a manufacturer, but we have the technology and the tools at our disposal to be able to address these capabilities and address them on site most of the time.
Great. And during the presentation, you also mentioned that Univar Solutions is the leader in fluoride distribution in this country. What do you see as the future for fluoridation?
Ooh, that's a loaded question. It's one of those questions that's, it's a very passionate topic, and we could probably do an entire day on the pros and cons of fluoridating drinking water. But the reality is that there have been some very good studies, and they're fully backed by good science, and we believe that science. And we believe that adding a trace amount of fluoride to water is beneficial. And this health benefit is enjoyed by pretty much everyone who uses tap water. So it makes it very, very accessible. So with the recent events of COVID, the importance of supply chains for these crucial treatment products became really obvious. some facilities had trouble getting some of their fluoride chemistry, especially the dry material that was coming from China. So we really see this as a plus for the domestically manufactured liquid fluoride that we're able to market. I do believe that fluoride is going to be added to water for certainly the future and probably the long future. I do believe that liquid fluoride is a much better alternative than the dry products from several different points of view. From a safety point of view, anytime that you have a product that requires less PPE to use, that's certainly a benefit. The operators like that better. When you have a product that requires less labor to use, everybody likes that better because labor is definitely a problem. But really the big thing here is having that domestic source when it comes to being able to supply a product that's already on shore, typically made not too far or inventoried not too far from the end user. So there's definitely a big plus to that from the point of view of sustainability and also of supply security. So I definitely see fluoride being used in potable water for quite some time, and I do believe we're gonna continue to see a trend of the fluoride users going to the liquid product and going to the domestic source for that product.
Great. Well, that brings us to the end of our Q&A session, the end of our time together. So we've really enjoyed being here today and appreciate everyone else's time for joining us here today at Univar Solutions Innovation Day. The water treatment team, you can learn more about us or reach out to us on the web, or as you work with your local sales rep, they're probably your first line of defense. And then they can also reach out to us as well if there's opportunities for water treatment.
All right. Thanks, John, and thanks to everybody for your attention and your participation in this presentation.